We're going to go over the overhand rope flow pattern. It's a really cool exercise to develop fluidity and coordination between the upper and lower body and teach the important principles that we're going to look for when we walk and run with ideal efficiency. So, before we go into that, there's a couple important concepts that I discussed. The first key principle is this idea of head over foot. So whenever we walk and run, our head is going over the foot that's bearing the weight. So you'll notice that as I walk, my head actually goes gently over towards the side that's leading. If I keep my head centered and I take one leg off, my weight is going to fall over because I'm not getting my body into its stack. But if I do, now I'm in this ideal efficient position where my head is over my foot and my center mass is aligned. Now, the key idea behind this is that we want to promote this with this pattern here where we're promoting our body to have load onto one leg while the other side expands, and then we go over to this side. So the key thing that we're going to start with before we introduce the rope is just the idea of doing this with our hands. So I'm going to ask you to place your right hand on top of your left hand and bring your hands over to the one side. Now, when I do that, I'm going to think about bringing my elbow towards my back pocket and down, and as well as my shoulder blade coming and following for the ride. So what that's going to do, you're going to see it automatically brings my head more onto this right side. And if I pull hard enough, this idea is there's a side bend and a rotation that happens where my right shoulder goes lower than my left shoulder. And I'm going to feel my lats, the side back muscle, engage over here. Now from here, I'm going to lead with my right thumb and I'm going to come over towards this side. And the same thing, I'm pulling down and it brings me to that side. And then we're going to go in this nice smooth way where we let the body go where it wants to go. My head over my foot, my head over my foot. And the ribs and the pelvis are going to go into a dance and create this nice flow-like pattern. So I'm just leading with my elbows. I'm allowing my shoulder blades to glide along the rib cage and feel my ribs move and my obliques engage, these side abs over here. We could also try on the left side where I pull over, really engage, side bend, and coil down to this position, and then going over like so. Leading now, sorry, I'm going to have my left hand here and leading with the left hand. So we could practice both positions, a few reps. From there, I'm going to grab the rope. And we're just going to work on the exact same thing. I'm going to bring my hands over to the side, elbow drives down, and I'm into this side pocket over here. Now I'm just going to flow over and allow my head to move over the side that I'm swinging towards. And I'm breathing, and I'm just allowing my arms to come from the right. I'm not just moving with my hands like that. I'm letting everything move the way it wants to move. So head over foot, head over foot. I could even walk, and you'll see that as I walk, the head goes over to the side that I'm moving towards. So it's a really nice pattern to promote this idea of head over foot, which is the ideal position for creating optimal balance for when we're moving in space. So work on this for a minute or two. Great thing to do before workouts as a means of just opening up the body, pumping fluids and motion in our body, and just kind of get into the Zen state where it feels really nice and relaxing. Again, this idea is that when we walk, it's normal for shoulders to be uneven because that's what actually allows us to transfer all of our weight onto the other as we swing through to the opposite side. So give that a shot, and that's how you work your body from the ground up.